Well, in this episode, I want us to talk about the ecosystem of the ANC. I don't want to say the word too early, but yeah, well, Peter Detoit has a way of saying it. Said it very differently. He says, so the Matala, how the ANC vulgar ecosystem of extraction flourish. Well, what is the extraction that we are talking about? Before I say everything and anything, what is it that Peter Detoit is talking about? Well, he says there he sits wearing an expensive suit in the middle of a table that was soon having undercuts of lambs, fish, prawns. Vos Matlala, the underworld figure, Tender Dawn, who built a vast empire, securing contract with government, seems right at home. The home that is of the another Tender Dawn, Edwin Saudi, whose company, Baghead Consulting, has earned more than R1 billion in a Gauteng government contract alone, but now charged with corruption. In the picture published by News 24 on Thursday, Saudi sits at the head of the table with a golfing Keith Koza leaning over him, both enjoying an evening of excess and indulgence in a mansion paid for with money linked or likely extracted from the tender, such as the infamous Free State Bastos project. Koza, of course, a Deputy President Mashatile's close confidant, part of the so-called Alex Mafia, group of former struggle figures whose political career and business success have devoted with Mashatile's progress in the provincial and national politics. He has followed Mashatile almost everywhere. Today sits in Mashatile's office in the Union building. Now, do you see where we're going with this? We basically, Peter Detoit gives you a picture, and I'm not going to repeat some of the things that he said here, right? It gives you a picture of ANC creating an ecosystem. And I spoke about it on the other episode that it looks like, it looks like there are so-called business people who goes out do business as if they have their own companies. But when you look at these companies, you realize that no. ANC always have its footprints there. So in other words, there's a tender to build a road from Mhlanga Rocks to Sentin. The person who's most likely to get that tender comes from the ANC. The people who are residing on the processes thereon comes from the ANC. The contractors who are most likely to benefit from that comes from the ANC. So, I know, it's horrifying. It's just one of those things when you think about it, you're like, Well, whilst you are still thinking about the extent of what I said, the ecosystem, the danger of going against it, because there are people who are running a cleaning service who could kill you at any given time. Because you are running against a well-oiled machine. Well, whilst you are still thinking about it, because I know you guys are thinkers, whilst you are still thinking about it, wait. We need a bit of a breather here. It's already hot. So whilst we are catching some breath of some sort, do this. If you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To like the video, it is free of charge. You can also join. Click the join button. Become a member of this YouTube channel. You will pay from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also make use of the Super Thanks button. You can donate from as little as 20 Rand a month as we proceed. Now, let's go back to Peter Detoit. Peter Detoit has some quite interesting analysis, after the article was released by Jeff Wick Jeff Wick is an investigative journalist who has been following Kat Mahlala for quite some time. Well, let's read this subtitle. Maybe it gives us a bit of glimpse as to what we're about to discuss next. Clear evidence of patronage. The reporting by Jeff Wick and Kyle Coward, with the accompanying picture and detail about the party, the menu, the guest list. Mashatile was invited but could not, unfortunately, attend, according to Saudi, is one of the most graphic and clearest illustration yet of the context of ANC's vulgar and brazen patronage network. It is an example of how the interest of these networks of extortion, political principle, and party leadership coverage interest. So this party was a celebration of an ecosystem created by the ANC, where a class of loyalists, catered tenderpreneur, align their interest with those of party moderates and elected officials. Oh my God. I don't want to read some of those things because it's so scary. It's so scary. But I want you to understand this. It's a problematic to find Kat Mahlala, Mr. Sold, Edwin Saudi, and this ANC members in one room enjoying, calling each other friends, brothers. It's problematic. Let me say this. It might pass by, Just maybe you want to think about it. Think about it this way. What are the chances of your success if this group of people are friends? There's one who controls the police and everything, who has tenders in the South African Police Service, Kat Mahlala. And then you've got the other one on the far right who's got tenders of renewing and building things, called Mr. Edwin Saudi. What are the chances, Wena, of your success? Well, you're still thinking, ne? I know. Lighting at South Africans. Saudi accused of grand corruption in the High Court, along with Ace Mashole. It's that word. They were being washed over by an emanated and equal happy cause, the deputy president's representative. They laugh at South Africans and they feel nothing for state resources. So this is the governance of political power, wielded at national, provincial, and party level. Private corrupt interest. It is shameless, but it is the nature of things in the ANC. And whenever they govern, party bosses, tenderpreneurs, government official, golden triangle. Hey! Who picked up the toy? Came gun blazing. Will you blame him? In the wake of everything that we are now seeing and hearing, will you blame the man for being angry? I don't. Peter the Droid. Hey, I understand your anger, man. I understand. Do you? I don't know about you, but I do know about me. Well, my responsibility was to bring everything before you so you can see it for what it is. And ultimately, you can decide on what's good and bad for you. Ultimately, when the commission of inquiry shall begin, you will have this background that I've been delivering it before you, taking it from Jeff Wick and Peter the Toy. Not to mention the others who works with them. So the aim here is, before the commission of inquiry, the ad hoc in parliament, before it begins, we must lay this background. We must bring everything together so that even there we can realize that when people are commenting, we will be looking at them and say, we are serving the interest of the ANC. Hence, you are saying whatever you're saying. We will be on the lookout that they don't corrupt things. And they don't. And I want to repeat this word, cover up. Well, I'll see you on the next episode. But until then, please take care.